The Super Subs save Southgate, Maguire has a stinker, and the Prem returns this weekend.
Evening, Tate. How are we?
All good, thanks, mate. Yourself? Here we are, episode 11.
We're back.
This time joined with another special guest.
Yes, episode 11 brings another guest to the bunker.
Another Kindell-Brown.
The older and uglier Kindell-Brown has joined us. Welcome, Harry. You alright?
How you doing, boys? Good evening. Find myself in familiar surroundings.
Yeah, probably the guest that knows his place the best. But,
nervous?
A little bit. It's a little bit daunting. Two pros like yourselves. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be good.
Good stuff.
Well, we'll get you eased in, all right.
Okay.
So, as the guest has arrived, we'll let you know. Go out quickly. We'll introduce you to the fans. So, if we could start you off, Harry, your age,
I am 26 years of age. Very shortly 27.
your job,
I work for All Crates alongside Jack and my dad and a few of the boys, which I'm sure you'll be aware of.
the team you support. This one.
I'm a huge Tottenham fan.
Yeah,
Perfect.
another 2-1 this week, Tate, as well. You have to get some Arsenal mates.
Oh, hopefully I won't be the score at the end of the week. Your favourite player of all time, non-Spurs?
You know what? I listened to. Was it Freddie you had on last time?
Yeah.
Who was very good, by the way. Just to let you know, he was
Nice soothing
yeah,
voice.
nice. I actually text Jack, said he's got a really nice soothing voice.
He's a therapist after all, isn't
It
he?
is his job title.
Favourite player away from Spurs?
Mhm.
Definitely Steven Gerrard for me.
Yeah.
Growing up, yeah, he was the man, and seeing him cracking a few goals was always good.
Favourite Spurs player all time?
I'm gonna go with Harry Kane. I absolutely adore
Yeah,
him.
you can't.
Yeah, he is the king,
Can't disagree with that.
and
yeah.
always will be the king,
Yeah.
unless he leaves.
Who would it have been before him? Bale?
Tom Huddleston.
Yeah.
Tom Huddleston.
Harry's
Yeah. I mean,
a secret admirer.
If anyone knows me, I like to suit my game when I sort of follow the ref round on a Sunday morning, and then a few crackers.
one.
Don't matter left or right foot. It's just getting cracked.
He's Man United's new under-21 midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
on soccer on the weekend, wasn't he?
He's,
Yeah.
he's not looking slim either.
Yeah, Huddleston's a great shout.
Go-to beer?
I'd go with Stella.
Yeah?
Stella Man, yeah.
Tells a lot about the man, I think.
Stella Man.
Red or white wine, if you have to?
If I had to, white.
Are West Ham massive?
Oh, don't get me started on them, boys. I'll tell you what, me and Jack could do about 4 episodes on them on our own. I can't
Back and
stand them.
Take that as a no.
Uh,
And final one, loyal or unloyal?
I think Claire's listening, so loyal.
Definitely loyal.
Perfect.
As we're on that, just quickly, Harry is expecting a baby on the way at the end of October, so there's a bit of a theme within our group in a minute, but yeah, obviously, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Boys, cheers, yep.
Good luck with it all, and this will probably be the one and only time you'll be in the pod, because after this you'll be tucked up with the
I'll
little
be
one.
wrapped up, that's for sure.
Right, let's crack on with the pod then. Start with the teaser.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I wanted to do a North London special one, but the one I had I thought you boys would get too easily, so as it's also the Manchester Derby, I've done a Manchester Derby one.
Okay.
Which 4 players have played for both Manchester United and Man City in the Premier League?
Alright, we don't have to answer it. Just,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, we'll...
You got till the end of the pod to...
Me and Harry will have a think about that.
Play for Man United and Man City,
Man
yeah?
City.
in the Prem.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, no worries.
It's important, that last bit.
Yeah, because you look at me, I feel like whoever I'm thinking of may not, but yeah.
Although there might be some diehard United fans or diehard City fans listening that might pick me up on it, but the important bit is in the Premier League.
Okay, no worries, we'll get back to it. But before we move on, Harry has supplied the drinks for the evening again as a guest.
Yep.
He's brought a nice few bottles of Mahou.
Yeah, very nice. 5.1
Very
from Madrid.
Yeah, very bit different. Like he said, he loves a Stella, but no, he's gone
I went a little bit rogue.
out the box and got a nice Mahou. Maybe I won't rate it just yet, but yeah, very nice.
Well, they turned up cold, so he's already a point ahead of Freddie already.
Yeah, I learned from Freddie's mistake.
Yes, he's come prepared. But yes, so right, Tate Caesar, Man City, Man United players that have played for both sides in the Prem, and we'll move on as the title suggests. We are going to cover England, which happened obviously over the international break. We'll start off with Italy 1, England 0.
What a snooze fest!
Indeed.
Wow.
Pretty boring, wasn't it? I don't know. Did any of you watch it or?
I did watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, Harry, did you?
I was actually away for the weekend. Thankfully,
yeah.
I was in Bath. Shout out to everyone in Bath.
Yeah, it was
really nice weekend.
Yeah.
I did manage to drag Claire into one of the local establishments to catch.
Oh, you did? What did
I
you
literally sat down, had my beer, and I looked up, and the fella was bending it in the corner. So I was like, right, let's go. I've seen enough already.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, from what I've heard, it seems like it was a pretty snore fest.
It was dire.
Yeah. It would just. And I'll get on to it. I think I'll talk about it later. But for me, all friendlies, whether it's the Nations League or whatever, even the qualifiers for Euros and World Cup, they're always the same. Always.
I don't think you can get a fun international game like that. They're just
apart from the half-hour Germany game last night. Apart from that, it's always the same. Don't matter who we got, what players, what manager. It just ends up being the same.
I just think we went there
same scenario.
So negative. Italy looked pants.
Yeah, Italy's side is like second.
They had your mate Scamacca up front.
Yeah.
And you've got 5 defenders. He's like their most dangerous player attacking wise, and just awful.
Well, they haven't even qualified for the World Cup, have they? So,
no.
I mean, that doesn't bode well, does it?
Who's the bloke that scored? Raspadori. I've never heard of him. And even even Scamacca himself, he's pretty young. He's like an up and coming striker, but yeah, just a bang average Italy side, and we look.
And it was just one long ball over the top, over Walker's head.
Yeah,
terrible
no one's near him. Yeah,
and you've got, bearing in mind you're playing 5 at the back.
Yeah,
he had about 4 or 5 yards of space, and he had time to look up, bend it round in the corner.
Yeah.
It was poor.
And yeah, like you said, 5 at the back is to compensate that you're not so good at defending. So you should have more players there to stop them scoring. And we don't. But
and who did he left? He left Tony out the squad. Tamori out the squad. It was just mind-boggling, mate. How Maguire got that start is beyond me.
Yeah, he's a basket case, and
I'm sure we'll get onto him.
He's having a stinker at the minute, and Maguire.
Well, I just don't like you said. Tamori left out the squad. He's AC Milan player, Serie A winner, but they've got the cheerleader on the bench, Conor Cody. I mean, what is the point of having him?
But what's Tamori? He literally left the country, goes and joins one of the biggest teams in Europe, in Italy, but obviously he wasn't going to play at Chelsea. So what has he got to do to even get a chance? Like you said, Cody's on the bench. Maguire
just being a cheerleader. That's literally what he's there for.
I know.
You might as well get the hammer.
And I don't watch it. I don't watch Italian football. I don't watch Milan. Like I maybe see him in Europe every now and then, but he must be doing well. He plays it week in, week out. He won the title last year with them, but I don't know.
These Nation League games are like just glorified friendlies anyway.
Yeah,
these 2 fixtures, in particular, the Italy and the Germany game,
meant absolutely.
We were already done. We'd already
been relegated.
Yeah, we'd already messed it all up. Yeah. And you got fellas like Tamori, Tony, as you say. Why not give them a go? Like we know what these boys can do. Even Kane, do you know what I mean? We know what Kane can do. We know he's going to be a number 9.
Yeah.
He's starting no matter what.
Yeah.
I'd have probably left him out the squad altogether.
Yeah, but
there's no point, is there?
No.
I mean, funny enough, we spoke about it earlier on. We was working, we was having a little chat, and I think it's down to Kane though. I think Kane would have pulled Southgate and said, "Look,
I want to score.
I am playing.
He wants that record.
I want to break records."
Yeah.
He's a very selfish player, isn't he? He's a very selfish bloke, and he's so dedicated to breaking his records.
Yeah,
100%.
It wouldn't have surprised me if he'd have pulled Southgate and gone, "Look, I'm fit. I'm playing. I don't care about Tony if he wants to. I'm your man. I want to play."
Yeah,
and sometimes you think just let Tony have a go. Do you know what I mean?
He did 90 minutes in both, didn't he? As well,
played, and even Dyer. Did I play the full time?
Yeah, Dyer played.
Like Dyer's different.
Did he not come out?
Different scenario, but just like exactly about Kane.
He's got nothing to prove.
Yeah, we know exactly how good he is. You know he's a brilliant player, and he's going to catch Rooney and maybe get near the other records. But yeah, just try something else. We know, like Harry said, we were at this competition, if you can call it that. Just try something else. Try Tony. Try. I don't think he should be in the squad, and he won't be in the squad. But Bowen. Try these other Tamori, things like that. It's nothing ever changes. As I say all the time, but you've had the same managers throughout all our lives. For example, similar ideas, similar managers, all playing that boring side to side backwards. All we worry about is about not conceding, And we go to Italy, like I said, a second string Italy side.
That was also the fifth game in a row we hadn't scored from open play.
Yeah.
And it was painful, wasn't it?
Only San Marino were the other team not to do it as well.
San Marino in a group of 3 in whatever Nation League. They're in a group of 3, so then they're bottom of that and haven't scored. So
my issue with that side-to-side thing is that they play this 5 at the back, which I can't stand anyway. But then they play 3 defenders who you don't pass out from the back very often.
But because
in their positions, like Maguire is awful at it. Yeah. Dyer's not the best at it. He's a good defender, but not the best at composure and playing out from the back. And then you've got Walker playing out of position as a third centre back,
just to accommodate those two next to him. Because we've got Maguire and Dyer, so we need someone quick who's going to basically cover them when they mess up. And
but he's with Dyer. He's always fancied himself as a centre midfielder.
He's always fancied
himself as this sort of ball playing, like deep line,
quarterback type thing.
He's just not. I mean, even when he was playing under Poch, Poch has always said, like, you are a centre half.
Yeah, if you went centre half, you become.
If you play with me, I'll make you as good as you want to be. Do you know what I mean? But he's just got this in his head that he's some sort of ball player, and he really isn't.
Yeah, and it goes into obviously we covered the Italy game, but it sort of goes into the Germany game in that conversation with the back 5 that we had. I think it was the same one. It was Stones, Dyer, Maguire. What is that?
No.
Like Southgate's got this thing with Maguire. Great, that's not great, but that's fine. Accept that. But you can't play him next to Dyer, or you can't play Dyer next to Maguire. It's just it just doesn't work.
Well, the problem is with
but even in the 3,
I don't know. I think the 3 gives a little more cover, but I'm assuming we're going to get onto. There's going to be a discussion on that very shortly. I think might be scrapping.
Yeah. I mean, the England game, it's the Germany game last night. It started 2-0 down, weren't we? And then and it was just again same as Italy game, just boring, nothing to offer. We just looked absolutely down in the dumps, awful side. And then we come back and it was 3-2. There was a bit of excitement in the second half, and they equalised late on. But
that's where we play to our strengths when we're attacking, and not fucking trying to not concede. Basically,
thing is, we're not the one of the best sides in the world. We know everyone thinks England is as a footballing nation, but there's so many reasons as to why England as a nation is, and our national team is not the reason for us being one of the best teams. And just we'll get onto it like Harry said, but just play 4 at the back, go at them, play your most exciting attacking players, and just go for it.
Well, I think where Maguire has played well for England has been in the middle of that 3, and where he's been awful this season, they've shoved him out to the left to try and accommodate him. He's even worse out there.
No. He's on the wrong side. He's
on the wrong side already.
Yeah, and there's loads of clips and stuff, but he's just always out of position.
He was turned like a barge when he against Germany. Oh my god!
As soon as he steps out there, you just know he's buggered.
I play 5-a-side on a Monday night, so we'd said, we'll play the first game and then we'll go watch the second half. And a few of us are sitting there, sort of like it's on in the background, we're just chatting or whatever. You see the penalty happen, and I just turned to my mate and I just went, "Was that Maguire?" And he goes, "Yeah." Like, okay, so because I quite like to defend Maguire because I personally don't think he's as bad as everyone makes him out to be. I actually think he's a very solid centre half, but at the minute, there's no denying it. His form is absolutely
he's gone. His head is gone. Everything.
I mean, you imagine the pressure though. Like
100%.
This social media nowadays. You make one bad pass, there's a compilation on Twitter within 2 minutes.
Well, that same
memes
clip
going round.
That same clip
too quick. You are done for.
Before you can get off the pitch, your career's finished.
Maguire's running around in Levi jeans on Twitter,
and like Timberland. On he's done for. Yeah.
But the problem, like England isn't the place to play to find your form.
No.
He shouldn't be in that squad.
No.
He's got no.
Agreed. I think Southgate should have took him out of the limelight.
Yeah. This season he's played 90 minutes against Brighton, lost a yellow card. Brentford 90 minutes, lost yellow card. Like 2 horrific performances. Got dropped. No surprise they go beat Arsenal. Yeah. He played 11 minutes.
He got booked.
He got booked 11 minutes and was shambolic.
Yeah, and was it a possible? I mean,
possible
penalty. A penalty.
Yeah.
Depends how you look at it. But he come on. He was just a fucking panic attack.
Then 90 minutes against Real Sociedad, lost. Yeah. 2 minutes against Sheriff, won. 90 against Italy, lost.
Yeah.
And then 90 against Germany, drew. Gave away a penalty.
Yeah. He gave away a penalty, and also for that penalty, he gave away the ball initially.
I know there's more to it than that, but he's just.
Yeah. Did he give the ball away for the second goal yesterday as well? Did he not try and go down the left?
For the.
Not
the
Havertz.
Havertz.
Yeah, the breakaway.
I'm pretty sure he passed it.
Outside the box. I'm sure he did.
And they counted. And Havertz bent it. Yeah. So again, Maguire at fault. Yeah, just He just, like Harry said, at the moment he is having a shocker.
Yes,
and he needs to
took him out the line,
surely, like sort of better management or someone close to him, whoever just needs to, right, mate, just calm down a sec. You're gonna have a moment and just.
It's funny because they were talking on TalkSport about an hour ago, actually, talking about the England team and who they think is going to go and rah and all that. And Darren Bent made a good point. He was like, Southgate's got his safe players and he's got his safe bets, similar to all the other England managers. But Maguire, whether you like it or not,
he's that man.
He's one of Southgate's safe
and
bets.
I said just before we started, but Southgate's come out either today or yesterday and said, I support Maguire.
He's not going to come out and
no, he's not going to slaughter him. But to come out and say that is basically saying, right, he's on the plane regardless, and he probably will play, which is as obviously supporters that follow England, it's a shocker to see. But
if he doesn't start one Premier League game before the squad's announced,
he can't play. He can't.
Can he be put in that squad?
Yes.
I disagree. I don't think he can.
Because he will play.
He will be.
He'll play 4 minimum. Just if he doesn't play a Premier League start, he'll play 4 Europa League games.
Yeah.
And he'll play a League Cup game.
One thing I will say, it's going to take a lot for him to get back into that Man United team.
Yeah.
They keep winning.
Martinez and that Varane,
and he's playing 4 at the back.
And I mean, unless they get absolutely pumped by City at the weekend or
someone breaks a leg,
major injury, he's going to struggle to get back into that side.
Yeah, massively.
So as you say, if he doesn't play in the Prem, then
surely not.
Like that 11-minute cameo against Arsenal, he was shambolic, and Arsenal looked really dangerous when he came on because he was all over the place.
Because he's come on to shore it up and we need someone defensive.
Has the audacity to put the captains on for 11 minutes,
charge back for 11 minutes, and just makes a horrible.
Then he just snap Saka. Saka running and just
smash someone. Like I said, possibly could have given away a penalty. Just come on, 10 minutes. They had the worst 10 minutes, but
going from someone that Southgate obviously likes to someone he doesn't. What is your opinion on Trent?
I'd take
should he be in the squad?
I would. I think he should be in the squad. But then it's like, how many right backs and defenders and all that can you take?
My issue is you got when they say, "Oh, we can't defend, you can't this," but we play back 5.
Yeah,
he's got Saka left wing back.
Yeah,
he can't defend.
No,
why is he playing in a defensive position? Trent could easily do that job on the right.
Yeah,
easily.
And not even that Saka can't defend, but he's a worse player at left wing back than he is
at
right wing or left wing. Yeah, like playing forward. So yeah, but then it's weird that we're saying all this about Maguire, but yet Trent, Southgate's like, no, he's not going to play.
Doesn't even give him a chance.
Doesn't play him. Just like, well, hang on, how can you be so cutthroat? But Maguire, who's clearly awful at the minute.
I know you're a stickler for stats, Tate, so I've come fully loaded.
Is this the start we're going to read off?
Come fully loaded. I'm going to get in there before you, I hope. Do you know Danny Rose?
That's exactly what I got.
Yeah, get in. I beat the stat man. Get in. Danny Rose had more minutes under Southgate than Trent had under Arnold.
I saw that on Twitter this afternoon. I screenshot it. I was like, God, get it.
I've got it just before you. That is no shout out to the Uni boys for that. They plugged that stat.
When was Rose's last England game? Must have been would have been the World Cup. No, was he? No,
hang on, I'll Google
it. He was in the World Cup.
Euros. No,
he didn't go. No, because it was 2000 Russia World Cup.
No, because 2018 was Trippier, wasn't it? He played an Ashley Young.
No, but he was in that squad,
right?
I think.
Maybe it was.
I used to love Danny Rose as well.
I mean, that size point. If he was still fit and playing for Spurs, I think he'd be left back.
That was one of the reasons I really went off England because when Spurs had
Dyer, Rose,
Walker. No, Dyer. It was Dyer, Trippier, Rose, Ali, Kane.
Yeah.
It might have even one more as well.
And when we were good, that was when England
Winks.
were good. Yeah, Winks. Winks was getting Winks. Yeah, yeah, that is true.
But no, that is Matt. Danny Rose more minutes for England under Southgate than Trent.
Trent is obviously a good player and more than good enough to play for England. But I just think for some reason in that position we've got plenty of options. Yeah, and he isn't going to pick him. So it's like similar to the goalies. They're all. I think just the goalies are as good as each other. It is what it is. He'll always pick Pickford, but.
I'd still pick Pickford.
Yeah.
Although I was surprised that Pope got both games.
Yeah, and he had a stinker.
Yeah, but
I assumed Ramsdale would get one.
I'm surprised. I thought Ramsdale.
Don't get me started on Ramsdale. Don't even go there with that.
No, I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be
starting.
No way. Arguably not even number 2. But I don't see the point of bringing 3 goalkeepers and just picking one. For both games.
Yeah,
when they're all just unexperienced as each other.
Yeah. If they've got no intentions of actually picking him, then why not just spread it around a little bit? Do you know what I mean?
And
because Pickford should always be number one for me.
And those games themselves meant nothing. So just
Pope hardly covered himself in glory.
No, exactly. I think that's
God.
He basically threw the fourth one in.
He was awful.
Or third one, whatever it was.
And he looked like the kit didn't even fit him. He just looked. He just like the whole state. He was like me and go. He's like, what am I doing here? I'm so out of place. But yeah, he had a stinker. Proper got to him, I think. But yeah, we'll go into the. I think we've all picked what we sort of suggest as our 11 for the World Cup, don't we?
Should we let our guest go first?
Yeah, we'll let Harry kick it off.
What do you want? The whole 11?
Yeah, first 11, England versus Iran. You're the manager.
Oh, I mean, don't want to do player by player? No, goalkeeper. You want to go full 11? Yeah.
Oh no, go. Yeah, we'll do keep. Yeah, do that. Go
position first. Yeah. So
you start. You say goalie.
Formation
and
first.
Goalie.
Okay. Formation. I was forced. I think my hand was forced because I really don't know what to do in the middle of the park. So I've gone with 5 at the back because I just don't think our actual centre midfielders, barring 2 of them,
we've got any more. Yeah,
are any cop. I really don't. I mean, if Henderson was fit, I'd be interested in playing him. But anyway, goalkeeper, Pickford for me.
Yeah.
Pickford,
Tate.
I love Pickford.
Yeah, when he plays for England, his
energy and just his
passion.
He's just an angry Northerner, isn't he? He really is.
No, he's
angry Mackham.
Yeah, he can just kick it so hard. He plays up for a tear up at any point.
You watch him for Everton, he gets up, makes a save, and he'll just charge at someone, like screaming his head off, and it'd be nothing. He'd be catch it, and he's screaming at whoever, Cody, he's off his head.
Slick hair and that. Yeah, he's a boss.
And he's got a left peg on him as well.
Yeah.
He absolutely zings them. But yeah, I think
he's in everyone's team.
Yeah,
Pickford.
I'll pick this side for me and like trying to ignore what Southgate will do, but Southgate will have Pickford 100% if he obviously fit. Then yeah, I think Pickford in goal.
So you said you'd gone 5 at the back.
So I went with Reece James as your right wing back and Chilwell as your left wing back. Again, up for debate with Trent, as you just said there, the whole Trent debacle, why he's not playing, etc. But in that 5,
I don't think there's anyone.
I think he probably would maybe be after in review. I think he probably would be the better option. But in a 4, Reece James
is a solid defender.
I really like Reece James, but I said earlier on, didn't I? I said I don't think I've ever seen Reece James play that well for England. I can't remember a game I was like, oh my god, he was blinding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what you.
Who'd you go for, Jack?
I've got Jay. I've different formation. I've gone for a sort of 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, whatever way it all works out the same. But I've gone for James at right back as well. Similar idea really. And my team, I'll say now, my team is based on Man City in that. For me, you need certain players from that side to be in the team, and then you just build your team around those individuals.
The other day, what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I think you need to. Yeah, it needs to bin off certain players like Maguire, for example. But yeah, I think you put these certain City players in, and you build the side around it. But yeah, right back for me.
Who already
James.
have them relationships together.
Exactly. Man City have. I might talk about it in a bit, but Man City have been the best team in England for
5 years.
At least 3-4 years solidly, all the time, constantly the best side, and I think
one season when obviously Liverpool won.
Yeah. But even that, arguably, Man City are a joke.
Yeah, of course. Not saying they're rubbish.
Yeah. And I just think you've got to base your team around these certain players. But yeah, Reece James right back.
I've gone 4 at the back and gone Walker right back.
Yep. I was close. I was close.
I just think he's quality. I love Walker. I think he's. Yeah. I'd rather pick Trent, but he's not going to make a back 4.
No,
and like you said, I'm gone for the Walker and Stones partnership in the back 4 with Chilwell, left back.
Well, I've got Walker and Stones centre half, and people you might say, well, Walker centre half, well, how can you do that? But
Walker centre half in a 4.
Yeah, I think so. You need.
He's got too much of a mistake in him, though, Walker.
But
we've seen him play at Spurs for how many years? We see him play at Spurs, where he'd make a mistake because he has ridiculous play.
He
gets him out of trouble.
Oh yeah, but I also think he's a different player now. But in that you're playing a 4, you could already. I mean, I've got three options at centre half. You could play Ben White potentially, but I don't know. But with the 4, you can't play Dyer in a 4. You can't play Maguire in a 4. And that
was my issue. I've wrote him down. I've just gone like. I've just sort of put them in a cluster. Maguire,
sort
Stones,
themselves out.
Dyer,
a jump on
top of each other.
Because I said, as Jack just said, Maguire can't play in a 2.
No way.
Dyer can't play in a 2. We know watching him at Spurs. Yeah. Dyer, as much as I love Dyer,
he's just a solid centre.
He's got his limitations.
He cannot play in a 2. He just can't do it. He's not good enough.
No.
But another little question. I'll throw out a little question out there. Who's England's all-time top-scoring defender?
Probably. Is it Maguire?
Correct.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
Is it?
Yeah, big old slab it.
Yeah. I found that out. I was like, wow, yeah, he is actually.
What, 5, 6?
I think it's like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Yeah. I'd only.
I was going to say Terry maybe.
Yeah, I'd only say.
I think Maguire surpassed Terry. That he was the bloke he had to sort of get past. But he's a top scoring all-time English defender.
Yes,
that's not to be sniffed at. Do you know
it's quite good. Surely that's a
and in a competition when you have a set piece, or whatever, having a big old slab head in there.
Yeah, and I've said
it's not a bad thing.
I've said Shaw left back, but for me, Shaw, Chilwell, if either of them fit and been playing, either of them can play. It's much of a muchness for me.
Something about Shaw I just don't like. I don't know what it is. I think it's just how he looks. He just
played well Monday night.
He was good last night. He's played in the tournaments with Southgate before. Southgate likes him, obviously.
Southgate trusts him, didn't he?
Yeah,
definitely.
And I think he's one of those. He just gives you like a 6, 7 out of 10, and he's good.
Although he's another one though. He might not even start a Premier League game for, because that was his Massey-Sarr. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah,
Malassi. Yeah. He's been playing quite well.
Yeah.
So I'll go through it. Pickford, James, Walker, Stone, Shaw for me. Take yours was.
Pickford, Walker, Stones, Ben White. I know it's biased, but I'll go on to point.
That is,
and Chilwell. My thing is, what are England trying to do? They're trying to play it from the back or trying to do a style. I think there are two best ball-playing centre-halves. Both can play in a two. I know Ben White's very inexperienced playing for England, but I think the bloke needs a chance.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not been in the squad, but he hasn't done himself any harm not being in the squad because he's seen the performances, hasn't he? So
I mean, he can play. I've seen him play in a two all of last year. I know he can do it.
And again, he can play right back if you want.
He can play right back if he wants. His composure on the ball. He might not be the most physical of players, but I don't think any of them centre halves are in.
No.
And they've gone Chilwell. I just prefer him personally than Luke Shaw, really.
Yeah. Harry, do you want to go into your midfield? Are you playing a 2?
I'm going with a 2. Yeah, I'm going with Declan Rice, who is for me the second name on the team sheet.
Yeah, I think Rice has got to be in there.
Yeah, and I'm going with Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
exactly. He looks. I mean, from the limited time I've seen him, he looks.
He's one of them.
Not bad for 19, is he?
Yeah, and he's one of them. You don't see him unless he plays for England. No one. You can't say and say, "Oh, yeah, I watch Dortmund." No one watches Dortmund, but when he plays, he's a very good player. Yeah, he looks good.
Very tidy.
And like you said about Rice, I mentioned him later on, but yeah, Rice is a joke, and he's got to be the first, if not one of the first names on the sheet.
I think, like you said, all of us will have Pickford. Do we have Stones?
I've got Stones. Yeah.
We'll all have Rice.
James
probably all got Bellingham, and we'll all have Kane.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll have one more.
Yeah, a difference in the next sort of 3 players, but
the only thing I think with Rice in the middle, alone with Bellingham, is it can leave him a lot to do on his own.
Yeah, he's charging about.
Yeah, if Bellingham is pushing forward like he does, Rice is often left on to his own devices.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I think maybe you put a third in there which counteracts what I said because I've got 5 at the back. But if you put a third player in there, like your Henderson or even like I don't know, I mean.
Yeah, fit Henderson would have been a good.
Just throwing him in there, it gives him a little bit more stability in there, and allows Rice to not have the entire burden of the team.
Like you're saying about the options in midfield, I think Phillips was good when he played.
Oh yeah, Calvin Phillips.
But
similar
injured though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's injured. He, like you said about some of the other players, he will not play.
He's played 10 minutes this season.
He won't play for City, which is a shame because in the Euros he was brilliant. I thought him and Rice together worked brilliantly, but. Yeah, like you're saying about the options.
Totally forgot about Calvin Phillips.
If Phillips was around, I think he'd be in the squad.
He hasn't played, has he? Barely played last year and then got injured this year.
Yeah. It's a shame, really, but I think he could have sort of fought his way into the side. But yeah, same with me. Rice and Bellingham, I don't think you can look beyond them two, really. If you like any formation, you play 5 at the back, you play 4 at the back, wherever you've got 2 centre fielders, and I think they're the best options.
And then I've gone for front 3, 4, so 3 and
I've got
striker.
3 behind Kane, basically.
Yeah, same. So we've all got Kane, I assume.
Yeah,
of course.
And then I've gone for Sterling left, Foden in the middle, and Saka on the right.
I've got 2 the same. I've got Foden, Sterling, Grealish. I've said Foden on the right, Sterling behind Kane, and Grealish on the left. But for me, it's that City thing. I sort of count Sterling as a City player. I know he's at Chelsea, but for the majority of recent times, he's at City, and I just think. Foden, Sterling, Grealish, Stones and Walker have got to be in your sides. They've just got to be in your team, and you then pick your players around it. But yeah, that front 3 behind Kane for me. Harry, what have you?
Purely on the basis I'd gone with a 5 at the back. I'm left with 3, so I've got the front 3 of Sterling, Kane, and Foden. I don't think you can really go wrong with that, to be honest.
No, not at all.
Sterling for England is pretty impressive.
He's always good.
And he was good last night. I thought he had a good game.
Should have scored though, shouldn't he?
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass from Shaw. But yeah, I think there's a lot to talk about Southgate and his style and all that and whatever else. But I just think the squad itself just picks itself. You can argue about the odd player here and there, but because you hear a lot on TV recently about the goalies, but the goalies, it's just irrelevant. They're 4 of all the same, pretty similar quality. Yeah. Southgate prefers Pickford. He's going to play, but I just think it's more of how we play. It's the 4 at the back. It's the are we going to attack? Are we going to try and keep the ball and counter? It's just how we play is what the problem is. But yeah, I think they sort of pick themselves really.
Yeah, no, the reason I put Saka in there, I'm biased as well, but
yeah,
I think he's the only one that plays naturally off that right hand side.
Yeah,
because Grealish normally plays off the left. Foden plays a bit of everywhere. Plays even a bit deeper midfield. Sterling plays off the left. Even if you play Rashford, he plays off the left.
Yeah,
Sancho mainly plays off the left.
Yeah, Saka. He's just another name.
Yeah, about those two as well, like Rashford and Sancho. Yeah. They don't even come to the conversation at the minute, do they?
But I think Rashford probably could actually get in the squad.
If he carries on his form, I'd probably pick him.
Yeah,
Rashford will probably go, I imagine.
Yeah, because he could play through the middle, couldn't he? Instead of, I know he picked Tammy,
gives you another option, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's obviously not going to pick Tony apparently. So, yeah, I think they're a pretty solid side, and people listening, and obviously people you talk to in the week and your mates and stuff. If we all sat down, we'd all have
different.
Well, like us
different
three
teams.
here, we've all got a different side, so it must be impossible for Southgate to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, if you spoke to 5 different blokes, you'd have 5 different 11s and probably 3 or 4 different formations.
Yeah, and different goalies and different right back, all sorts.
Which is the main issue with England.
Yeah,
it really is, and it always has been though, even under the Gerrard Lampard, the whole debacle.
Yeah.
I mean,
that golden era.
No one can get it right, and everyone knows best.
You had Scholes off the left and things like that. Like it was really odd. So, yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well, that was actually a point that Carragher brought up. I saw it online actually. He goes that only 1 or 2 players this current setup squad would get in the England sides between 2002 and 2006. So I did a rough team from that era.
Yeah.
Paul Robinson.
Yeah.
Improvements.
Rubbish. Yeah.
Do you reckon Pickford?
Pick any of those, I think.
Pickford, I mean, I love Robbo, but
yeah.
So I thought he was one position. I reckon there's probably only 2, maybe 3 that you could get in. Gary Neville, I think you could replace.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Walker was better than him.
Gary Neville was very good, but yeah.
Rio and Terry, maybe you could get Maguire in there.
Ben White might get shot. Saliba's English.
Ashley Cole, you're next
no
one.
Chance.
And then they always played 4-4-2 then. So you got Bex, Lampard, Gerrard, Cole. I put Joe Cole in there I know they had Scholes off the left.
I think you could have Declan Rice in there. Just purely on a base of a team that works, because Gerrard and Lampard...
I don't know if being sarcastic or not.
No, Gerrard and Lampard... no.
Well, it's West Ham slander.
No, it's changed.
Drop that one in there.
Declan Rice.
I think Declan Rice could easily play in that team.
Who dropping out?
Personally, I'd get rid of Lampard and have Gerrard and Rice.
Yeah.
If it's a 4-4-2, because, like we just said, that group of players never work together, so yeah. But, yeah, Beckham, Gerrard, Rice, and off the left.
It was Joe Cole.
Any of those, you could have Grealish. Grealish is a better
Sterling?
player than Joe Cole. Maybe Sterling, I don't know.
I think better than Joe Cole. That's going to cause
Grealish
ructions online.
Grealish
better than Joe Cole.
I reckon
Joe Cole was...
Joe Cole was busted.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He
might have potential to be better than him, but I don't know.
Grealish. Get him in.
Really?
That's going to be one for the
poll. The older generation are going to kick off about that.
Yeah.
They're going to have none of that.
Yeah.
And then Owen and Rooney. Obviously Kane, which came for Owen. Got to be any.
Kane, yeah.
He's going to come out England's all-time top goal scorer, isn't he? So he has to be in there.
So yeah, I reckon there's
a few. Yeah.
You got 2 or 3.
But also, none of those that group of players did nothing.
No,
they did nothing. And this group have not won anything, but they got to a semi-final and final, which is better than with that group of players ever done. So,
I mean, to be fair to these, they did a buddy Sven.
Yeah.
But the problem is that back then, all they ever did was 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You could make that into a really nice 4-3-3 formation.
It looked good, but yeah. I think we'll have a little break. I need a quick toilet break. So
hang on one second. How do you think we're going to get on?
That's a good.
At the World Cup. Where
we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Come back to
okay.
it,
Yeah. No
we'll leave that. We'll have a little think about it over the break.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Hello listeners, it's former England and Premier League player Matt Jarvis here. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Remember to support the podcast by sharing with your friends and family and leaving that 5-star review. Now come on you Irons and stay loyal.
So yeah, we'll revert back to Harry's question of sort of our predictions, how we think the World Cup will go for England. Harry, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I can do, yeah. The first game's Iran, isn't it?
Yeah, Iran. Our group's Iran, Wales and USA.
The cracker, England versus Iran.
Huge.
It's a Monday at 1 o'clock, so make sure you book the afternoon off.
Isn't it the first game of the World Cup as well?
No, I think it's Qatar, Ecuador is the first one, on the Sunday, I believe.
Right.
Not overly sure. Anyway, I would imagine we'd get out of the group relatively comfortable.
You'd think so, yeah. You'd hope
you would have hoped so. But then if we stumble out of the group and end up playing someone who finished top of another group,
could be curtains.
Yeah, we are in trouble, I think. I don't know how we're going to handle the heat. I mean, although it's their winter as such, or is it their winter?
It would be, that's
why it's in our...
Yeah, I'm sure it'd still be a lot hotter than it is during that summer.
And everyone will say, everyone's got to do that, like all the European countries and whatever, South American countries, but they're naturally born into that. Like as English people, we're not used to that climate, so it's gonna affect us massively. I think.
I just think it'll be the usual England. I think it'll be a lot of hope and then a lot of disappointment around maybe the quarters.
Yeah.
A push, maybe the semis, but
depends who we get, doesn't it? Like you said.
Yeah, it's all about luck of the draw. I mean, when we was in the
World Cup.
Yeah, when we
2018.
We had quite a nice draw then, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a really nice draw, didn't we? So, yeah, I'm not holding much hope, especially after this current campaign. It was pretty.
What in 6 games, isn't it?
Yeah, which is worse for 30 years. So, similar to you, I think we'll get through the group, get to the quarters. I think depending on who we get in that next round, and I think that would be us. Maybe quarterfinals might sneak through that, but. Yeah, I think quarterfinals will play someone half decent and we'll be out of the competition, I think.
Yeah, I think that's who you've got. The big boys, Brazil, France. I think they're the 2 favourites for me.
Yeah. Brazil are looking.
Brazil looks bloody good, don't they?
Tasty.
France, obviously, thereabouts, and then you've got the likes of
even Holland. Holland look good.
Yeah, I'll mention them. But you've got Holland look good.
Front 2 of Jensen and Bergwijn.
Yeah, dangerous.
What is that about?
Yeah, that's where he started last night. Didn't he?
Big fat Jensen up top. Yeah.
But they look good. Even like. Daily Bin's playing as well, but I mean they're probably a far better side than us. So yeah, I think it'd be a classic. Like now, like there's a massive meltdown in the media. Everyone's saying how bad we are. Southgate out, Maguire's rubbish, all this. Then it'll go quiet because Premier League will be back. It'll build up again. Everyone will be buzzing, excited for the World Cup. We'll all be over the moon, going to the pubs, whatever, watching all the football. It will happen. No one really knows what's going on. And then after the World Cup, it'll be a massive meltdown, and Southgate will probably be gone. It'll just be typical. Typical England, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way he's England manager, regardless what happens.
No, I think he's got. I mean, he's almost gone now, isn't he? Like, he's almost.
Even if he won it, it'd be end on a high note.
Yeah.
There's rumours today that he's going to resign, irrelevant of how we get on.
I think and it's sad because we're going into a major tournament and we're talking about getting rid of Southgate. Like, what can the players be thinking? Like, well, this bloke in charge is not going to be here, so. Why am I even bothering? It's just
hopefully they sort of try and
rally
get behind him because
he
was the one who got us to a semi-final and a final of the 2 last tournaments. As much as everyone seems to hate him now, hopefully they might go. You know what?
And that's
let's send him out on a high. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you said about the World Cup and Euros, Southgate was a major part of like 2 of the best summers of my life, like without a doubt. Getting to the semi-final and the Euros last year was.
Yeah, the Euros last year was a joke.
Yeah, just you can't. I don't know. Yeah, just 2 summers.
Well, it's the biggest achievement, or say even achievements in our lives. In terms of England football teams.
And we should have, but we were so close to win that Euro final. Then Southgate was. Everyone was. There's obviously the song about him, but it's just everything about him everyone loved, and now all of a sudden we hate him and we want him out.
Fickle football fans.
Yeah, it's just pathetic. And last night's a perfect example. 2-0 down, everyone wanted them dead.
Booing,
booing. Yeah, booing Southgate, booing Maguire, and then we go 3-2 up, and everyone's buzzing again. So
I'd boo Maguire.
yeah. So I'm not totally against Southgate, but I think it'll be gone after the World Cup.
Right, does that close our?
I think so. Yeah, we could go on about England for a long time.
England debate.
Yeah, we'll move on to
the
main event.
Return of the Premier League.
Yes, the main event of the weekend.
And 12:30 kick-off on Saturday.
Yeah, the real reason Harry's here.
Yeah, the real reason. 2 Spurs fans. First of all, I'm very gutted that I'm not going, but I've finally got my refund, like I said to you.
Good. Yeah.
You're not
debacle.
going?
No, I had an absolute stinker. So I basically got a new role at work, so I weren't working in my office. So I had to tether my laptop off my work phone.
Yeah.
10 o'clock came when the tickets come on sale. Got all the tickets, booked it, paid, and then you had to verify it on your app. Yeah. And then as I pressed confirm, it was spinning. It went down from it says 2 minutes, 2 minutes to count down, spinning. I'm like, I knew this was going to happen. And it ended on 0, bang, wiped out. It goes, don't worry, don't bother getting tickets again because you may have still been charged. Gun bank account, been charged. I was like, oh sweet, got tickets. Log back in on my account 2 days later and get an email. No tickets. Oh. Rang them up. No, sorry sir, you haven't got any tickets.
Well, you've been charged for
£189.
Sounds like your ticket office is as good as our one.
Yeah.
Honestly, and your website's as good as our one.
Absolute shambles.
It must just be like a running theme. All football clubs, their websites are an absolute abomination. Like, they are a disgrace.
It took me 45 days to get a refund. So I was on the phone to him. I was like, so you're telling me that A, I haven't got tickets? He was like, yes, sir. B, you've charged me 190 quid for them? Yes, sir. And it's going to take me 35 days to 40 days to get a refund? Yes. And I was like, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks
Thank you very much. All the money I spend, all the kits I buy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buzzing. We're going, aren't we, Harry? 12:30.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there. Nice rail strike.
Yeah. Don't know how long we'll be there for, but we are.
Right, so we've got a few questions we're going to cover between us. We're all going to have different answers and whatnot. But we'll start with the first one. We'll start with our guest. First North London derby memory, or one you attended.
Well, I mean, the first North London derby I actually went to, I was just discussing it with my old man today. Basically, when the Judas went across North London.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Unknown.
Judas.
Unknown.
Yeah, Judas, that's all I know. But I could go a bit stronger, but I'm not sure if it's explicit or not. When he made the voyage across North London, my dad and his business partner at the time bought box tickets for the game. They didn't have a season ticket or nothing.
But they wanted to go, didn't they? Just
they
any ticket available. Yeah.
When he came back on that return game.
Because they really liked it.
Because it was absolute carnage. I don't know if you've seen videos and footage, but it was like bedlam. He was getting bottled and everything. They paid quite a lot of money for them tickets. So then he said to us, why don't we just go and get season tickets we can get season tickets cheaper than this. So they ended up buying season tickets, and from there the rest was history. So the following season, which was the 03-04 season, which I'm sure you remember fondly, was our first North London derby.
Yeah.
And I mean, the less said about that game, the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we drew 2-2, and obviously Tate's going to tell you what happened. But that's the first. And I'll tell you what, we actually left. So we actually left early, and because obviously you only needed a draw to win the league. It was 2-1 to Arsenal. I remember walking down the road back to the station, Northumberland Park, and some blokes come cartwheeling past us. And I'm looking at them like, whoa, what's happened?
Yeah.
Oh, we've equalised.
Did the Robbie Keane celebration?
Yeah. we scored. And I was only about 8 or 9 at the time. I said, well, they've still won the league. Like, I just could not get my head around this bloke was celebrating. Like, why are you celebrating?
And I'll quickly jump, but that's my first North London I actually remember going to and sort of being there was exactly the same as Harry. And that memory of leaving a stadium, because obviously we got there, we were losing at the time. The league was done. It was a party for Arsenal at that point, and like you said, that bloke just come flying down the road, and like Harry said, Harry's 8, I was maybe 6, 7, just like just look at that, like what is going on? We've just drawn, and like we said, at that age, even I understood what was going on. It was just I don't remember the full game, what happened here and there.
I remember Lehman just throwing Robbie Keane into the back of the net, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, there's two things. But my first memory was that 1-1. When Sol Campbell returned, was Pires scored. I think Poyet scored in the last minute, equaliser.
Yeah, it would have been the year before,
in that game. Because I know Jack over. My first ever Arsenal shirt was number 23, Campbell.
Was it really?
Yeah, first ever Arsenal shirt.
You still got it, haven't you?
Yeah, still got it. Yeah. It was Campbell. 20. Remember when I was whatever age it was in 2002. We're out on because this is before teletext or Twitter or anything like that. The only way you knew transfers was newspaper.
Yeah.
And I remember we were in Menorca, me and my dad, and we were walking down the street. And I remember just saw Arsene Wenger. So I was like, picked up. I was like, "Who's this, Dad?" And my dad was like, "What? How the hell?" He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "This is like the biggest moment in years, like biggest transfer news story."
Yeah, my dad always
absolutely
goes on
young.
about
He was
it,
like,
yeah.
because
it was quiet, wasn't it? It was silent.
Arsenal
Nothing
did a
was said.
press conference for Junichi Inamoto.
Exactly.
And that was like the smoke screen.
Yeah.
And then upturned Campbell at the thing, and they were just like...
Yeah, because Man United offered money for him, didn't they?
Yeah.
They offered money for Campbell. And he was like, no, I want to stay. I'm loyal to the club.
That's that great video. I'm staying.
Run his contract down, and then come out behind Arsene Wenger.
Yeah. Imagine I'm sure it was chaos then, but imagine a bedlam now on social media. That would be...
It would be the equivalent.
The equivalent?
Now, of like that happening.
What, we taking an Arsenal player?
Or vice versa, or even Man City going to player. Or
he was a young prospect when he was looked upon as being a very good centre-half.
He was good. I mean, at the same point, I would say right now Kane at his age and stuff, but when Kane was younger, no one thought anything of him. So yeah, like you were saying,
Campbell was up and coming, wasn't he?
But he was brilliant already, sort of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't even.
It's hard. If maybe if Dele Alli had continued on the path he was on.
Yeah.
So maybe if he'd have had another couple of seasons and then he'd have gone
to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh mate. Yeah.
That was probably a similar way.
Equivalent to that.
Yeah. Even maybe a Ledley King. I know it's similar. He played at a similar time, but Ledley King would be a similar scenario. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can get closer. I don't know. Maybe other clubs.
Way, though, I don't know.
Are we?
Wilshere maybe if he did it.
Yeah, it was something like I don't know. I'm sort of thinking of Saka if he went over there.
He wouldn't get in our team.
He wouldn't get my winks. I think
he wouldn't get my Sunday League team. Wilshere.
But yeah, I think similar scenario. Maybe Wilshere to Spurs, but. Yeah, I don't. It can never happen again. It's shocking.
But going back to that point you said about Lehmann throwing Keane in the net. I remember there was an interview or came out later in Bergkamp's book, and he wrote about how everyone was celebrating. Lehmann was celebrating in the changing rooms, and he went up and pinned him against the wall.
Really?
And was like, "What the hell? You are an absolute fucking idiot."
Oh, really?
He's like, "You've ruined this for us." Because he was like, "I know he got a point, but how good would it be to actually win?
Win it,
to win there."
And it was like the last minute.
Yeah, and he goes, "You were just being stupid."
Yeah.
All Keane was doing was like dancing in front of him, and he just threw him over because your ego couldn't handle that for 1 minute. You've ruined it.
Yeah.
I remember an early North London derby memory as well. Actually, was when the ball went into the shelf. And Pires, because we used to sit like in the corner of the park
behind the goal, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Pires went over to get the ball, and someone just fizzed the ball straight back, hitting square in the face. The death stare that bloke got. He must have felt like so small afterwards. He must have felt so small. He wanted the ground to swallow him up.
Yeah. But on that, so our sort of mine and Harry's first memory was that game, and you look at some of the players. I've got the program again in front, but some players we had Bunjacevic, the Serbian, even Michael Brown, Postiga. Gary Doherty, Casey Keller in goal, and you look at your side. I
remember Keller.
You had obviously an undefeated side.
Keller used to have a boomerang kick.
Oh, and your side is just ridiculous. Some of the names on there. So yeah, we've come a long way. We are.
Who was your that era, like your childhood footballer idol person?
Ledley King.
Yeah, it would have been Ledley King.
King.
And Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane.
Even Defoe.
He was fantastic, Robbie Keane.
When we grew up a little bit.
He was fantastic till he left, and when he come back from Liverpool, he was pony. Yeah. But yeah, Robbie Keane, I used to love him growing up. He was class.
Probably Ledley King was the best thing we had.
Yeah.
It was the best thing. Because other players around him sort of come and went, and we had...
Canute.
We had a couple of seasons.
Frederick.
Ledley King was the best thing we had, I reckon. Postiga.
We can have another pod on crap players.
Oh, that's coming up.
You could actually have a Tottenham and West Ham one. That is a mash-up that you never.
What about the kit? Do we both buy it? The purple Tottenham
with Postiga,
number 8, number 8 Postiga. Oh, I don't know how much.
Why is he number 8 as well?
I don't know why we did that.
It was like so tight, skin tight.
All them Kappa ones were though. I remember my mates used to wear them. And they had a brown one.
Yeah, and it was like a thick collar, like up to your sort of underneath your chin, and I had Postiga. Because
I remember Roma at the time, and they had Kappa. And their kit was exactly the same. It was like skin tight. Mum and Dad bought that back. I mean, I didn't exactly flatter my figure, that's for sure.
Yeah, I remember the Postiga, like the shorts were massive. I used to obviously buy the full kit, so like full socks. Used to run around some dodgy sports.
I'll tell you a funny story quickly. We're going to get it in there, right? So we was away once. Me and Jack. We was away as a family in Suffolk, and we just got it was like the start of the season, just the start of the season. A new kit come out, and we had this horrible, thin, like white, like I can't even. It was like a really weird,
like mesh.
Yeah,
was it when I burped off?
Mention.
Yeah, I burped off.
Yeah, and like baggy. It was horrid, right? And obviously Jack's always been like smaller than me. He's always been like quite a like slim lad or whatever. Remember Dad he bought these out for us. He bought the whole kit, hung it up for us. Jack tried it on. It was too big. He just started crying. Just started crying. I can't believe you got me this shit. It's too big.
What, you 18?
Yeah, I mean it was last week, wasn't it?
16, I think it was.
Oh, it's awful. I remember the kit as well because the back of the
I can just picture Steve Albronkin it.
Yeah,
that is what I just can.
Because the back of the neck, I'll send people it, but the back of the neck would like droop down because it almost lost it.
That was the design.
Yeah, the design. The design had no, so you
Shock.
could see like your top of your back. Oh yeah,
and
shocker.
obviously Jack was in hysterics.
Oh.
So he was not.
So you'll grow into it. One of them classics.
Yeah,
but
you'll grow into
kit
it
changes
when
in
you're
6
22.
months.
You might get into it.
Cheers, Dad. But we've had some shockers.
Did it have steel backblock on the back?
No, I think maybe
It was too expensive. It might have been like Lee Young Poe, PO.
Yeah. Without the number. Yeah, we had some poor kits and we bought some shockers, but yeah, thanks, Harry.
No, you went for a while of having poor kits until you went to Under Armour, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's
sort
when
of
it sort of
semi-recently.
changed.
But then that's also when we've been playing better, so you sort of associate us playing well with a good kit. But yeah, we'll move on. So what you'll say? Take yours.
Well, that's
first.
my first ever game, the first ever
what was your first
Arsenal
one you went to?
Spurs game I attended was a bit late. It was 2006, lost, won at Highbury.
Right.
1-1 draw
Yeah.
when Keane scored, Henry equalised, and that's when old Wenger and Yo had a bit of a bust up on the touchline.
yeah,
I remember
right,
that.
I remember that. Yeah,
The beast.
That was the battle for the Europe
Top
that
four,
year, wasn't
yeah.
it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, until
Yeah.
we poisoned you.
Yeah. We got done at West Ham. It was all over.
So if we won that, we'd been alright. We had to
Yeah.
result to dodgy lasagna.
Yeah.
We went 1-0 up that game, didn't we?
Yeah,
Mm.
Robbie Keane scored.
remember.
That was because it was a foul or someone had been on.
Was
injured.
Henry? Did he score when he?
Henry came on as a
Someone
sub.
was injured, weren't they? I remember that.
Yeah.
Now. And we didn't play it. We didn't.
You
put
didn't
the
keep
ball
ball
out.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why Wenger came up and pushed Yo on
Ah.
Argy little bargy.
Yeah.
And David's got sent off in the last minute or whatnot. But
Yeah.
that was it. Last ever one at Highbury. That was my first one I went to.
Yeah.
I never went to Highbury. That's wasn't really
Weren't
really
old
too
enough,
young.
yeah.
My dad never used to like taking us to them games because it was obviously quite toxic.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been even harder to get tickets back then because
Yeah.
the ground was
Smaller,
even
yeah.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never went to Highbury, did we?
No, and it was it would have been.
I suppose what, you were a couple of years younger than me, aren't you?
26.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
You would have been
around that time. Would have been like 8.
Eight, yeah.
which is
Mm.
not really the best place. To be
Yeah.
at.
And although that you battled for top 4 or whatever, we weren't good, were we?
No,
we weren't a good
That was
side.
that was your first best year. That
Yeah.
makes sense. The first time you actually stepped
Big
up.
improvement.
Yo,
Yeah, when it
Yo-
was like a big
Yeah,
improvement.
Yole was where you know what, we're actually half
Yeah.
decent here. We started getting to Europe and whatnot.
Got some better players, didn't we?
And ever since then, we've never really looked back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Next one we got is best/worst game you've been to.
Someone else start. Go on.
Go on,
Should we
Tate, you
start
kick
with-
us off.
Go on, Tate.
What should we
Well,
start with,
no,
worst
best
or
game.
best?
Go start with your best game.
Best game. So, been to a few good ones. A couple of the 5-2, but I think my best one for terms of atmosphere and just how the game unfolded was a couple of probably his only highlight as manager was Unai Emery when we won 4-2.
Right.
Bamiyang
Really, that's
scored,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Bamiyang scored the penalty,
We went 2-1 up,
and
there,
then
didn't we?
literally we were absolutely flying, and then it was the one when Dyer scored the flick on and the little argy-bargy in the corner,
Yeah.
and then Son dive.
Kane
Kane penalty,
Yeah.
2-1 down at half time, and I'm sitting there like, what's going on? And he made a double sub, and then I think Aubameyang then equalised, good goal,
Yeah.
and then Lacazette scored a deflected goal. Torreira scored 4, and then Vertonghen got sent off,
Yeah.
and it was all just.
That's the
It's just for-
That sounds like a standard day out for
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if
classic.
if you want to win a North London derby, that's how you win it.
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
from up high, down low, back up high again,
yeah.
penalties, red cards.
That is Tottenham at Emirates
Yeah.
all over.
It's the best derby in the league
Oh,
by
by
a
miles.
mile.
Yeah.
By miles.
By a mile.
I think we'll cover Man City United briefly later on, but it is just like you just said.
There's goals, there's
Yeah.
fights, there's
red cards.
There's no
always
hatred in that
incidents.
other game though.
No,
it's
there's nothing,
quality and
yeah.
it's one team trying to be. But I think there's equally
Yeah.
matched. It's
Yeah, and even
no better.
because even when we were crap, like really crap, even when you won the league and we were lingering like 15th, 16th, even that guy. I know you still won the league, so it's irrelevant. But it's 2-2. There was a bit of excitement. Like that game was irrelevant of how your seasons are going.
But even
Tottenham
when,
turn up, Arsenal turn
when
up.
we were really really good, we never battered you.
No.
Like,
no, we
look back at the only times I say was like a battering was like a 5-2, and that was when we were
semi recently. Yeah, that was semi recently. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, a good game for you.
Probably the best one I've been to. And then the two worst ones I've been to was luckily I didn't go to the 3-2 loss at the Emirates. That was when we were 2-0 up and lost 3-2.
Yeah.
Was most recently was the 2-0 loss in the Carling Cup. That was dire. Remember Dele Alli's got that.
That's also one of my best.
Yeah. And a horror show for me, which I've still got post-traumatic what's the saying? PTSD from, is when it was Redknapp's second game, and we were 4-2 up
4-4
in the 92nd minute.
Yeah, genius.
And
that was good.
And I'll never forget, honestly, I think that must have been about 15. Honestly, that's the first time I cried at football.
Was you there?
I was there.
And
I was next to the Spurs fans, and I'll never forget the donk when Modric had a deflected shot, and the whole of the Emirates just went quiet. It just went donk, hit the post, and then Lennon bang, and then obviously fans everywhere.
I mean, I'm glad I weren't at that game because I would have left.
Yeah, you'd have been gone. I'd have been gone.
4-2.
My mate was in the Spurs end, and he texted me saying, "Wanker, gone home."
Yeah,
and he left 4-2. It was the 92nd minute.
Yeah. And then you had every right to leave. Yeah.
And the annoying thing was, I don't remember, the third goal was Cal Clichy fucking around with it on the halfway line, slipped.
He
Darren Bent round the whole length, just bent. No, it was Genius. Sorry, So Darren Bent scored the second goal, which was Huddleston drive. Almunia, my God, we would have had 2 league titles. Weren't for spilt it. Darren Bent bang in it, and even the Bentley goal. Like every goal was so avoidable.
Yeah.
But it's similar for us. Really, some of the goals we could see in that game, but I watched that on TV. But yeah, my best one, I'd say. So we were speaking earlier, but obviously I've been away and not been in England, whatever. But one of the few times I've been at home to see Tottenham Arsenal, and it was the League Cup when we won 5-1. So
yeah, that was
for me. That was like similar to the atmosphere wise, and obviously the result.
Nicholas Bentner own goal when it started off.
Bentner own goal. Gina scored, and then Bentner own goal.
That's the second leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, that put us through to the final
at the Emirates.
Yeah, and then that puts us through, and we won that obviously that year, which is good as well. But yeah, 5-1 for me was brilliant. The atmosphere was, like, I was a younger kid at a night game, was obviously buzzing for it, and yeah, 5-1 for me was brilliant. Harry, what was your?
Yeah, the obviously the 5-1 was great, but I was a little bit too young, and as I've got older, obviously you become more into it, and you
means more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it means a lot more because you have a lot of pals that are ready to dig you out if it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
The one you mentioned, the League Cup 2-0. That's the only time I've seen us win the Emirates, and I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that was a League Cup, but
we had like double the allocation for a cup game.
Right around the goal, it was going mad.
When Ali was good as well.
Yeah, I mean, I put a note down earlier on in terms of the North London derbies. When Kane just came onto the scene, and in particular, masked Kane, when Kane had
Zorro HK18, wasn't it?
When Kane had the mask on, the mask
He's
era,
a joke,
we were bad news for Arsenal. Like he was just on smoke every time we played you lot. Like he was just unbelievable.
Streets don't forget.
He's rubbish now, but Kane 18 mask was a joke.
Like, he's got the mask on. Like, it's bad news for every playing centre half.
That's the other night when he went down with a bloody nose. I was like, put the mask back on.
Koscielny or something, it's just quaking in his TM pumps.
Yeah.
True. Like the ones like when we drew 2 at White Hart Lane, and that North London derby that day was just the atmosphere was absolutely incredible. We messed up that day. We completely threw it away because we actually, you were down to 10 minutes and ended up nicking a point. But that atmosphere and it was just unbelievable. The whole place was just shaking. It was rocking. But when Kane scored a header at Wembley, 1-1-0. We nicked it 2-1. Bentley put the ball in. Kane when he's like leaning back, sends it back the other way. That era.
Yeah.
We just never seem to lose against you boys.
There was that one he robbed Mertesacker, didn't he, in the corner?
Yeah.
And bent it. And
I
think that was
we're going to talk about the best goal, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's a little spoiler. That is the best goal I've seen.
Live.
Oh.
Where did you used to sit when you used to win White Lane?
Park Lane. So
was
behind the goal, but
so
next to the
where the dugout was at White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
If you was the manager, I'd look to your right.
That stand.
We were that end. We were like the opposite end to the goal.
Yeah.
But it was where all the atmosphere.
But we sit in the same position now, but now the away fans have switched to the opposite corner to what they originally were. So we're no longer next to them. But yeah, I wasn't there, but that goal, incredible.
The worst, I've I've just put too many to mention there.
Yeah.
It's been, I mean, at the Emirates, it's been horrendous. It's been horrendous viewing.
Mine worst game proved very similar to your experience, but that I went to was at Emirates when we lost 5-2. The second 5-2, because we lost 5-2 2 times in a row at the Emirates, right?
Yeah, it was Adebayor red card. It was Adebayor already scored one. We went 2-0 up in one.
Yeah, that was. I think that
the
might
first
be
one.
Right, the second one.
We've done that twice though. We
lost
5-2
in a row,
consecutive seasons.
In 1 year though, in a one calendar year.
I think one year we went 4-1 up. I think in 1 year.
Yeah, one.
Adebayor, he scored the first one. Adebayor, then he went sent off.
And Louis Saha scored. Remember?
Yeah, that was the one I'm saying.
Black and grey kit.
And Mike Dean running off. Like
that was the 5-2 that I said, and I think Giroud scored that day. And and all I can picture is being that away end, and sort of it just felt like the whole world was singing his name, and it was like just going through my brain, and it was constant abuse. It was awful.
A little rogue one that I hated was when we lost in the FA Cup 2-0. And Walcott come off on the stretcher giving it.
I remember that. Yeah.
That got to me. That did.
Yeah.
That was bad news. I was.
It was third round FA Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And was it Rose or Walker got dispossessed on halfway? And Rositzky just came through.
I can't remember the goals or anything. I just remember
Walcott, because it was a photo in the paper,
just going 2-0.
Yeah.
And we were awful that day again.
Yeah.
But then he done that, and he literally the whole way wanted to get on the pitch and throttle him, but he won that.
Yeah, I remember because all it was Nabry's. I think one of Nabry's first starts for Arsenal. And Zola scored, and then Rositzky scored second.
We've had some bad results, and probably similar to you, you've had some bad results. But yeah, that 5-2 sort of period was pretty shocking. And obviously, you win the league, but luckily too young.
We just don't win at the Emirates. We don't win the Emirates. We've won once in the Premier League.
Don't want to jinx it. Normally in league games, we're normally pretty decent at the Emirates. We only lose 2-3 times a season.
That's the other day, like you've lost like 14 times at the Emirates in the Premier League.
Not often. We lose. Our worst year was lockdown era when we lost maybe like 5, but under Wenger we used to lose max 3, and it was against United, both United and City, and then it would be like a Chelsea, like a Blackburn, like a really random team. It'd be one game, you don't turn up.
Yeah, your record at Emirates is ridiculous.
In my lifetime, we've lost once at home to Spurs.
Yeah,
and that was that 3-2 when we were 2-0 up.
Yeah,
won
once in the League Cup, which is
from 2000, our first win against Arsenal in any competition, away, home, wherever it is, was that League Cup.
Was that 5-1? Yeah.
So, in recent times, yes, our record against you, like Harry says, at home is brilliant, but at Emirates we are abysmal. Absolutely abysmal.
It's a home derby, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a home derby. Yeah. The home team generally picks up.
Has been for the last. We haven't won at your place since that Rositzky screamer.
Yeah. And what a goal that was. That was it 1-0?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It was early doors you scored.
Yeah. Just 2 minutes in.
Just smacked it.
It was a great goal.
What's going on?
It was a great goal. I think it went in the back of it for the race.
Yeah. But talking about good goals, my favourite goal.
I completely forgot about that goal. I can put this in here, but
my best goal I saw was the Danny Rose volley 2-1. His home. His league debut for us, the volley was, I think that's the best goal for me, personally.
I think that was your first league win over us in a while, that.
Probably was.
That 2-1.
Probably.
Was it 2-1? I remember I actually watched that.
Harry Redknapp.
I was skiing at the time with my dad. I remember I was a sulky bastard. Because I think we had Sol Campbell playing, and it was, when he re-signed for us.
Yeah.
And we had him, and I think we had Mikel Sylvestre.
Oh, God.
As the
because you had Almunia flapping
and aging back,
and it was like with Almunia as
flapping. He was like facing the wrong. It was like FIFA when it goes all wrong.
I still to this day I don't know why he just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
And obviously
he wasn't even looking. His back was to Rose, and his arm just went up. It was obviously a brilliant strike, and he just went mental.
And that was the year Bale started to just
turn
into gear, weren't he scored the second one, I think.
Yeah,
he did.
Pretty much straight away.
Yeah, no, it was good goal. What about you, Harry? We got.
I've already mentioned mine too. Actually, the best goal.
Harry
was the whip. I've never seen a ground erupt like that. Some bloke run down the length of the pitch to get to the celebrations. Like it was carnage. Chaos. It was absolute carnage, and
it's actually mental we didn't win that game. But yeah,
well, that was the season we thought we were actually going to win the league. Yeah, this was before the Leicester season.
Yeah.
This was the season that Chelsea won it.
Yeah,
and we were looking at the table earlier on. At that point, we played 34 games, and we were 4 points off of Chelsea.
Yeah,
and
we weren't even.
And we were like 11 points clear of whoever's in third. I don't even know. It might have been you. I don't know who it was. And we really did mess it up that day massively. It really did cost us. But that goal, and then the one I mentioned with the Bentlab ball.
Yeah, the header.
And then that he comes back across and just meets it. It was just so nice.
Yeah. Yep. Take.
I've gone for 2 again. I've either the classic Henry invincible run and the celebration.
Yeah.
Or I think my personal favourite is the Adebayor one. He scored at White Hart Lane.
He chips it up and bangs it.
That was a
Did that not win Puskas?
It might have done, yeah. I think
I'm pretty sure
he was in contention. Definitely.
I'm almost certain that he did win Puskas.
And that was when Adebayor was a joke as well.
Yeah, that was past Robbo.
I put 2007, 2008.
Camera save from Robbo.
Chips it up and Robbo just does the old flailing right.
Yeah. Flicks the.
It was the third one in the last. It was just wow.
Yeah.
So like, in fact, if you want to score a goal, flip it up.
Yeah,
bam.
that was a. And like you said, Rositzky's goal. Some of Arsenal goals have been absolutely fantastic. You can't disagree with them.
More footballing goals though, rather than like impact goals. Like some of the goals you've scored at our place, just. Ugh.
Yeah, that in like you said, that 2-2 game. Them either of them two goals can get in there. The Pires and the Vieira one, but just
Vieira's one. He slides in, doesn't he?
Yeah, comes from the corner.
But the build up is just it's pathetic.
Yeah, that was when they were ridiculous side. But yeah, some very good goals in there. Should we talk about a combined 11?
Yeah,
about killing each other.
Yeah, I think it's quite a straightforward one.
Nothing straightforward. Tottenham and Arsenal. Nothing straightforward.
I think the goalkeeper's pretty straightforward.
Start with the goalie.
Don't even go.
Lloris.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he was going to try. I thought he was going to try it.
I'm not his biggest fan.
We can't have that fat bloke from Stoke in goal. We just cannot have him.
I think he's getting there, but he winds me up too much, and I just think Lloris
he's definitely got ADHD.
You said about the other day when he did the knee slide.
But he just needs to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, he does.
Like all the best goalkeepers. So you think your Edisons, your Allisons, your Llorises, your De Geas over the years, just cool, calm customers.
Almost mute, but yeah.
And they don't. The best goalkeepers can sit there all day, be freezing cold, and then make a worldie. But he has to be busy.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting there trying to do something.
He's got ADHD.
Yeah. He's off
against the Villa game, we absolutely battered Villa for 60 minutes, and then a corner comes in, and he's trying to wrestle someone, and the corner goes straight in.
Yeah.
And now he's agitated because he knows he's fucked up. So he's running around trying to do kicks and that. And we scored about 2 minutes after. And honestly, he does like a 40-yard knee slide in front of the Villa fans. He's cupping the ears.
Yeah, but you'll be loving that Saturday when you go.
No, but what Tate's about to say is so true.
You've just fucked up. Just don't be a cocky shit. I'd just get back. Do your job.
But what about you saying?
And then 10 minutes later, we're at the other end. He goes down.
Yeah.
He's done his leg. He's done his calf.
What, from knee sliding?
And I'm thinking, mate, we've got Matt Turner on the bench here. Yeah. Like, we've got Old Trafford on Sunday. Yeah. You've got yourself injured because of this bloody knee slide. You can see the marks in the pitch. Like he's just done this thing. Like, calm the fuck. Yeah. No other goalkeeper goes off and does knee slides.
Yeah. He is off. Like, but yeah, Saturday
he's
if
off
you go,
head, isn't he?
If you're winning,
Saturday he's well up for it. Yeah. But just like he's always admitted, like you
contain it.
You win and you lose some. Like he'll get it. He'll get when he's behind you. Like he'll get all this shit in the world. And if he fucks up, he's going to get it even more. But he knows it as well.
He can definitely give it and take it, which is, like you said, is in that position. The goalie, you're almost isolated, aren't you, in certain scenarios? But Lloris definitely the best goalie.
And then I know you play a back 5, but
I've gone for a back 4.
I've gone for a back 4.
I've gone back 4 as well. Actually, yeah,
just for the sake of the sort of midfielders. Yeah.
If either of you say Emerson Royal, I think I might walk out.
No, you haven't. Sure.
No, do you know what I've actually wrote? I wrote down. No, I put. No right back. would rather play with 10.
That's fine.
Honestly, the right backs on offer.
Yeah,
Doherty, Royale,
yeah.
Cedric,
Tomiyasu.
Oh my God! Don't
you
even
could.
Go there.
I think I put probably who Ben. I've said his name, but who Tate's probably put. I've said Ben White.
I've got Tomiyasu / Ben White.
Purely on the basis
just play with none. Just play with 10.
That he started right back this season. But yeah, I think
Chicken Royale.
It's definitely no Tottenham player. Whatever you want to do. So if you want to claim that one, you can have it.
You can have him.
Yeah.
Whoever you want right back. You put anyone there. I'll take a White slot in there. Anyway.
I'll put Ben White.
Yeah, you can have it.
I've put Ben White, but like
that was the one I was like, that's an easy one. I don't care who I put. I can put fucking.
Yeah, you could.
I think we've both gone.
I could put Cedric there.
No. I think we both had the same centre half. Surely.
I've gone Romero
and
I've
gone Romero and
Willie. Surely Big
I've
Willie.
gone Saliba, but it depends. Does Romero play on the left or right for us? But I don't know.
He's a right side.
I haven't gone that much in depth. I've just centre half. I've just gone.
Yeah, is he left-footed?
He's a right-footed
player.
He's
right-footed. Yeah.
So I've gone Big Willie and Romero centre halves. Mm-hmm. Left back, I've probably very biased. I've slotted in Perisic.
I put Zinchenko in left.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I've put Perisic in, but I've been tactical. I've got Zinchenko elsewhere.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, but reason
because I want to get Zinchenko in there. He's obviously a tidy player. But the centre midfield is that bad.
Yeah.
That I had to move him elsewhere.
We'll get on to centre midfield, but I think you can sense Harry might have a similar feeling about the midfielders.
Are you on the same wavelength with the Viking?
I don't like him. I really don't like him, but you can't knock his form at the minute. He's playing well. He's playing, and since Jack has gone in on this massive...
He's been brilliant. He definitely listens.
No,
he definitely listens. He definitely does, on 2 speed, like my dad.
You find yourself looking at him a lot more.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, you know what? He's actually done it right. That's a good pass there. That's that jumping there. But then it won't be long. He'll be back to the
Saturday, he'll be a donkey.
Trap.
Yeah.
The big games, he'll be nowhere to be seen. He'll get eaten alive, whether you're playing in there, he'll get eaten alive.
I've gone Perisic purely on probably what he's done in his career. And like I said previously,
he looks good, though.
He just looks like a good professional, top level player, and I think he could play in all sorts. But he could probably play right back instead of fucking Royale if you want. But yeah, I'll put Perisic. Zinchenko's good shout as well.
Who have you got a left back?
Zinchenko, yeah. Well, I thought, like I said, Perisic is more of a wing back.
Yeah.
Sessegnon, I'd rather have Zinchenko.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Zinchenko to Tierney. I think.
Yeah,
left back. I quite
like Tierney, but I think
Zinchenko's different. Great.
Yeah, I like Tierney I think Tierney's probably a better defender, but Tierney's just a bit one-dimensional.
And on the ball, he's a bit rash.
A couple of years, wherever long.
But also played not just.
He was bit part, but everyone at City is arguably bit part apart from a few.
And he also played in a position that was important. That he wasn't just a fullback. He came inside, played centre fielder. He's a very good player, and he's improved Arsenal massively. But
who's your midfield, Tate?
Yes.
Partey. I have put Thomas Partey in there.
No, you can't. You can't have convicts.
Yeah.
You cannot have convicts.
I've put him in there just because he's played well this season.
It's a poor area though. It's a poor area.
It was difficult for me because I'm not a big fan of the Viking.
No.
It was. I thought Partey's probably our best one, and then I've put Bentancur in there.
Yeah, I've got Bentancur, but
I've just gone Bentancur and Zinchenko.
That's probably a better option, but I think Partey's your best midfielder.
I think Basuma could get in there, but not on this season.
Not on this season.
Yeah,
the question was the current 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This season, he can't even get in the team.
No.
He can't even get in. And then I've got to say, when he's in the team, he looks lost.
Yeah.
He looks like he don't know what
he's struggling, isn't he? He's definitely whether he's been told to do, he's definitely struggling with it at the minute. On past season you'd say Basuma and whoever, but
even this is, I think I could flick a corner of Xhaka and Partey how they've played because
he's a bit different.
I think he's been really well.
He's played a different role.
He's changed his role. Because he's not playing on his own 6-yard box anymore. Yeah. When he makes a mistake, he makes a mistake on the halfway line. So we've got.
He's looking right there, and Arsenal fans seem to be getting back on side with him.
Yeah,
which is good because he is naff.
Yeah, hopefully he has a shocker Saturday. But
him and Højbjerg, just who can play well.
He's due an awful lot in goal, to be fair. London derby goal.
No, Højbjerg will have him in his back
I like the little bet actually the other day. If Højbjerg scores the winner, I'll buy the shirt.
Full kit. I want him in full kit.
I said
number 5 on the shorts as well.
I'll have a full Danish
too big
kit.
as well, so he starts crying.
I'll get an extra large away Danish kit if you want, with a captain's armband. No, he's not having it. But Bentancur definitely. I think Partey either way or whatever. Just you could, like you said, Zinchenko's a good idea.
I've got Odegaard in 10.
I've got Odegaard in my team.
Ooh,
he's good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I've got him as the 10.
I've got 3 behind Kane. I don't think Jesus is a brilliant player.
No, Kane's in my team.
But Kane is. I assume Kane's in yours, Harry.
I just done 4-3-3. So my 3 is Bentancur, Zinchenko, Odegaard.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my 3 is Partey / Xhaka, Bentancur and Odegaard.
And then the front 3 of Kulu, Son and Kane.
I've got those 3 players in. I've got
2 of them.
I've got Saka.
Got Saka in your.
Yeah, I'd have Saka over Kulusevski.
Yeah, I mean,
debate. It's up for debate.
The other 2 aren't.
No,
like Kane and Son aren't up for debate. I don't think.
No.
I mean, maybe on form this season you could argue Son, not, but
no, of course, but.
But if I'm picking, if I've got Champions League final tomorrow, I'm picking Son.
Who's your front 3 normally, or front? What do you normally do?
It will be Martinelli, Jesus, and
I can't stand him. He's good.
Talk about worst right backs.
I hate him.
It will be Martinelli left, Jesus, and Saka on the right, with Odegaard, Partey if he's fit, Partey, Xhaka, Zinchenko if he's fit, Gabriel Saliba, Ben White, Ramsey. That'll be the team.
Yeah.
But maybe you could argue Son for Martinelli on form this season, but not overall. No way.
He started well, Martinelli, didn't he? Season? Has he gone a bit quiet, or?
No, he's been alright. Like that goal against United, he got disallowed.
He just hasn't scored or assisted, which sounds he still played the same way. He just hasn't scored or assisted. So and other players have sort of
he missed a sitter on Sunday against Brentford, but he's got 3 goals. I think he's got half his tally already. He just looks like he's keeping Smith throughout the team. He's keeping.
Smith Rowe's not really played at all, is he?
No, he's got injured again.
Yeah,
shame for him. But
I saw a party as well. They said today he's back in training and he's sort of returned to Arsenal. So maybe I think he'll be fit.
Meant to play against Brazil, he was, and then did the warm up and then didn't play the game.
Probably good.
So everyone was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
Well, that's like even last night for us, Kane and Dyer playing. We just like we were saying about Kane earlier, but just get him off. Like we just don't want to get him injured or hurt, whatever. But yeah, I've got Son. I've put Saka in, Kulusevski and Kane. But again, I think the Son, Kane definitely. Then you can argue the sort of rest of them. I think Odegaard's very good at the minute. He started brilliantly, and probably Højbjerg's got a tough game Saturday, I think, against him. So
hope so.
Show you how good Højbjerg is. But yeah.
Right, should we go on for our prediction?
Yes. What do you reckon?
I've gone draw, but my heart. Well, I'm going to go with my heart and say home win. You got to go positive. And I know 2-1. Not that.
Yeah, I mean, like Harry said, it's a big home derby, almost like a big home game, and the home teams normally come out on top. I've sort of not reluctantly, but gone for a draw. I'm going to say 2-2, but yeah, like I said, I just think the home.
Would you take 2-2?
Oh, without doubt,
yeah. Draw now.
Yeah, without doubt.
Now, yeah.
And we could be 2-0 up, and you bring it back to whatever. Just a draw, I'll take it now all day.
Draw's a great result. For us.
Massive. Because we said it all this throughout the week.
We'll beat you at home, so.
Yeah, probably.
We've said it, but we just know how your Arsenal will turn up Saturday. We just know what they're going to be like, and if we know nothing about football and total idiots and talking on podcasts about it, and we just know that our players, Dyer's going to walk out, Kane's going to walk out, and just stand there and look at the stand like, oh my God, we're losing. Saka's run round us. Like that's what we do. We turn up at Arsenal, and that's what happens. Like. And we've got to match you for the first 20, 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what normally happens. Is the first 20 minutes is like
you're relentless.
Bang, 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 relentless. Bang. That's like it was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then it was again like when we played you at your place.
Yeah.
We just stood there with dazed eyes.
Yeah. Thinking bloody.
While you were getting penalties for goal kicks.
Yeah.
My prediction has a little bit of. I've done a little bit of digging, didn't I? Stage
yeah,
you
did. Yeah.
I know, as I said earlier, I know stat.
You battled the stat man.
Yeah.
We might have a new bloke for the stats.
So we've met in the last 20 years. So since 02-03, we've met 40 times in the Premier League. 58% of the time, so that's 17 games. When. No, hang on. I'm getting myself all muddled up here.
You've got to get this right. It's a big moment, Harry.
I've actually,
you teed it up.
I'm flapping. Anyway, so we played 40 games, met 40 times in the Premier League.
Yeah.
58% of the time, the first team whoever scores the first goal, doesn't go on to win the game.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So out of 40 games, only 17 times has the team that scored first gone on to win the game.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
You know what? That's pretty mad. How can that happen? How can that out of 40 games, 17 times only, the first team that scores goes on to win the game?
Yeah.
I think that we may go ahead the weekend, and everyone gets excited,
and
we will inevitably crumble.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking out Tom Edna. I'm just thinking, obviously, going back last couple of years, Lamella's goal put you 1-0 up, which then you lost. I think the year before you went 2-0 up at the Emirates, and then you lost, and then I can see.
Mate, I wrote them all down.
I'm just picturing up the 2-5-2s. I think you went ahead in both of them.
We did, yeah. We did.
I know this one when Kane first came on the scene again, and then Kieran Gibbs scored in at the last minute. It was 1-1.
But it was actually I thought it was going to be really massively Arsenal dominated, where we would go ahead and then fail.
But it's both sides.
It was really even. I think in all competitions we met 46 times or something like that, and it was like really tight on who had done it. It was quite a mad stat actually.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's the occasion that gets to the players.
I just think, like you said, we might go ahead or we'd be doing okay, and something happens, like a decision goes against us, or you score, and in that moment it just it seems like the whole stadium just engulfs all our players, and we just crumble, like we just absolute like rabbit in the headlights, and we just
well, I think it is like you said, that when the stadiums pumping like that, that's probably your and ours as well, the loudest you'll ever see at them games.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Oh, the Emirates. When you boys score against us at the Emirates, it's
awful.
Terrible.
It goes right through
the
you.
noise is immense. Like it literally makes you want to just crawl up and die.
Because like I said earlier about the 5-2, but
shout out Daryl Peacock. Whenever Daryl sorts out tickets, we're always on
the barrier
to their fans, and it obviously with our current record, it's
never goes well.
Shambolic 90 minutes. Shambolic.
Yeah, like I said, I think it'll be really close. I hope we don't lose, but I think
I'll take a draw now, but I think we'll lose.
I think it'll be struggle.
Would I take a draw now?
I think you know the score. I think you know.
I think you're similar.
I don't think I would. I don't know. If you offered me 0-0 right now,
I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't say if I was you, I wouldn't take a draw.
If it offered me 0-0, right, but then if you win, you go top. Obviously, I know it's only for the few hours, but you'd go top. You'd be unbeaten.
We're still unbeaten at the moment, aren't we?
It could be disastrous for us, but I don't know.
But then it's teed up, isn't it? It's teed up for an Arsenal win. We're unbeaten. We've had a little international break, come back. Arsenal home. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be a rough old day, I think. A really, really tense and horrible 90 minutes, definitely.
Before we move on to the next bit, this was going to be in the original teaser, but I thought it'd be too easy for you to do, so I'll ask you now.
Pressure.
Which players have played for both teams in the Premier League, obviously Arsenal and Spurs?
Have you got a number, or is it just three? Adebayor, Gallas, Sol Campbell.
Yeah.
Bosh!
Boom. About time you got one.
Yeah! Right,
5 seconds.
Some of the guesses he throws out every week, I'm sitting in the car thinking, what is he thinking about?
And what, have you said any of those correct answers?
What?
Have you got any of them right?
I've had a couple. I had one the other week, the
Yossi Bedayoun one.
The hat trick, was it the hat
trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impossible.
I think I had one of them. I don't know.
Kane Aguero and Bedayoun?
You'd have had the managers if you listened to the other day, the manager one.
Oh no, yeah, I did. I listened to it earlier on. I had a few. I mean, the one for Pellegrini being Chilean, whatever he is, that threw me a little bit. Yeah, some of your guesses, they're rogue.
But it's hard questions.
Yeah, when you just put on the spot.
Yeah, when you're at home, got your phone and laptop, you can pause the pod. Then great.
Have you ever thought about the teaser? We'll go on to that in a second.
Yeah, we've had a little thing.
I've got 3.
Oh,
We'll have a quick break.
I'm confident I've got 3.
If we finish up on the old North London derby.
We have a quick little prediction. What do we think about the rest of the season? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the season, I still us third, you fourth.
I'll
stick with that. I'll stick with that for the time being.
I think both top 4. I think we might. Similar to what you said, I think Tottenham will nick ahead. I hope, but
I think you're probably right.
Where did you have Spurs beginning of the season?
2nd or 3rd. I thought Liverpool would do exactly what they're doing. They've had a terrible summer.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
they've had an awful summer, and they've not added where they need to, which is unlike them. Yeah, I think City is just a cut above, but 2nd or 3rd, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, because like we said, I think like this weekend, we might lose, but at home, I'm pretty confident we'll win. So that sort of counts it. This Tottenham versus Arsenal almost counts itself out, but I think both top 4, potentially us above you, 2nd or 3rd, hopefully.
All right, we'll have a quick break, and then we'll go on to our winners and losers and the answer of the teaser.
To wrap this episode 11 up, we're going to talk about a winner and loser of the week. Obviously, everyone's picked one each, and we'll move on to Tate's teaser at the end. But Harry, do you want to start us off for your winner of the week?
Yeah, I've gone for one that's been in the social media light for the last week. A couple of people have actually tagged me saying, "Is this you?"
Okay.
My winner of the week is Adam Garmson.
Yes.
The social media sort of
Sunday League baller.
He's just been like extravaganza, social media extravaganza, if you like. He's been
all great
over. Yes.
I was trying to think of you went then. I was like, yes, I remember him now.
His goals have been all over Twitter. Some of them are actually disgusting. Yeah. They're disgusting goals. Like the one because obviously he got a bit of clout for that one. When he goes running past the
11-a-side game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then he like sort of clips it back in and it goes into the side net. I was like, cool, that's a good goal.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, here are a few of my tap-ins." And I watched. I was like, "Oh, cool." He's a really like a little bit tubby. Yeah. Like he's got a great peg.
Yeah.
And then in the week he uploaded his 5-a-side goals.
Yeah. even
the
better.
one when he rolls it over the geezer's head, and just bangs it top corner like it's silly. It's silly. He's been on Soccer AM.
Yeah,
he was
on Soccer AM on the weekend.
He was on Soccer AM with Huddleston,
wasn't
he?
I was gonna say he didn't. He could actually be on the loser of the week as well because his performance on Soccer AM was weak.
Abysmal. Abysmal.
Yeah, no, went a little bit rogue. And my winner of the week is Adam Garmson.
Nice. He was. The combination of goals he scored, brilliant. Tate, who have you gone for?
I didn't really have much to pick from this week, but I've gone through. Obviously, I'm quite friendly with my mates in Eindhoven and Holland. I've actually gone for Holland and Louis van Gaal.
Louis van Gaal.
Yeah, because since he's taken over, because they lost Koeman, he went to Barca. Then obviously failed there. Van Gaal took over, came out of retirement. 15 games, 11 wins, 4 draws, no losses. Top of their Nations League group, whatever that means. But they've got Belgium, Poland, and Wales in that group, undefeated. They look alright. Like you were saying, you've got Janssen and Stephen Vaughan up front.
Big Vinny up top.
Yeah, but actually doing alright. Yeah,
they look a pretty good team. I mean, they've got Cody Gakpo from PSV playing well. Obviously, Van Dijk's playing well. They've got Dumfries. Well. Like you said, they're United left back. I know there could be a dark horse for the
World Cup.
And I just thought, out of all the nonsense that Nations League is, they're the only ones
they're doing alright.
Who are doing alright with it.
And because we played them, didn't we, when we got to whatever it was, a semi.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
So obviously they take it quite seriously. They're quite obviously a good team. So
Bergwijn's a tidy player. Just never really got a chance and didn't. Like a lot of players that come from the Dutch league over here, doesn't often suit. And he was just one of those that just didn't suit.
He was, like you said,
energetic.
He never looked bad, but just
just a bit of a head.
That's what my mates. As soon as he was a good player at PSV, was at Spurs, was a good player. But as soon as he goes to Ajax, he's best Premier League.
Yeah.
A bit like Tadic, you go over there, or Haller last year, just a joke.
Yeah,
like they're all right here, but go over there and they love it.
Skyrocket. They're playing for the biggest team, and they do well. But my winner pretty. For me, I'd sort of try to keep it England related. It's pretty boring, pretty tough. But I've just said winner week Declan Rice for me sort of has to be one of the first names on the team sheet.
That's the first nice thing you said about West Ham.
I know, yeah. This week's different. I'm not gonna. There's no West Ham chat, but Declan Rice has to be in the team. Definitely going to the World Cup, and just got to be in that side. And I think he's a brilliant player, brilliant centre midfielder. So that's my winner week. Pretty standard, but Declan Rice. Loser of the week, who you got, Tate?
Well, a few listeners might know out there. But, had some back and forth on the old DMs on Twitter.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
On Saturday with a account called Pints Drank, who you may or may not know.
Unfollowed.
Who
blocked.
Unfollowed and blocked. Who obviously all their account is retweeting or not even retweeting. They just steal people's pictures of
pints and drinks and whatever
and post them. So I messaged him. I was like, "Do you want an advert? We've got a media team." Shall I say?
Contact our media team.
We have one employee who works for us,
who doesn't get paid.
Who could create a nice little advert for him. Like, see the adverts he makes on here, or an advert he could make. All you've got to say is pints drank, blah blah blah. Upload your pint when you listen to Talking Loyal. A quick 30 seconds. You give us the script, we'll make you the thing. And they were like, okay, how much should I pay for it? I was like, you want us to pay you to make you an advert? I was like, no, that's not how that works. Like, I'm not even asking you for money. I said, all I'm asking you is to retweet. And they were like, oh, but we've got how many listeners do you? I said, we couple my listeners. They're like, well, not really as much as us. We get 2 million engagements a month.
All this rubbish.
All these followers. We get 200,000 interactions a day. How much you'll be looking to pay? And I was like, I'm not looking to pay for anything at the moment. And they're like, well, sorry, we won't do it because every time we retweet, we're going to lose followers.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, here we go.
I was like, podcast ain't that bad.
Yeah, and like you said, they're a free account on a free app
but
where
use other people's content to get more content yourself.
And I early on, I saw them when they had far less followers and sent them a few photos, and they actually reacted and commented back. I was buzzing, and after this little episode over the weekend, God
knows. That's the end of Pints Drank.
Yeah, they're awful.
I think Sam Theobald sent him a DM, didn't he?
Yeah, angry DM.
I used to like you before you got big.
Yeah, things changed.
Remember your roots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so no, that's a good shout. Harry, yours your loser of the week.
My loser of the week is Rob Edwards / Watford Football Club.
Yes. Yeah.
Shambles.
Saw that today, didn't we?
Watford Football Club. They are.
Imagine supporting them.
A terribly run club.
Why would you?
Terribly run club. They've now had like one more manager than West Ham have had in their entire history. I think some stat like that the other day. But not necessarily the fact that they've just got rid of Rob Edwards. It's the way they went about it, getting Rob Edwards in the first place.
Yeah.
Forest Green kicked off a massive fuss saying that they were basically tapping him up. And they made a big thing about getting him and saying they're going to back him. He's going to change the makeup of the club. We're going to get behind him. Rah 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 rah. 11 games in. Ta-da! You're off. Do you know what I mean? And
although that's not, they're not even doing that bad.
They're like 1 point off the playoffs.
Yeah.
But although that's not necessarily a negative on Rob Edwards, who I didn't even know he was until he got picked up by Watford.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was obviously doing something quite good at Forest Green, and had a good reputation for himself,
and now it's ruined.
He's been led astray by the bright lights of
Watford.
Yeah. The bees, the Hornets. Sorry.
Which you could be led along the wrong street.
Oh, you saw some of
their
social media today with bloody Elton John but
he's now out of a job and has his reputation been tarnished a little bit. I don't know, but just Watford, they are just a crap club, and they just.
You talk about Norwich poorly. That's a poor team as well, but
down there as well.
Bloody hell, Watford! You'd much rather go and support a Forest Green or a League Two, League One like Watford. No way.
How can you get behind a team like Watford? Every year you have 22 new players, and you have a new manager every 3 weeks.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no longevity there for anyone to get behind. I know, so you might not like your manager, but as long as you get behind some of your players, you might like.
Yeah, it's a bizarre club. And
like you said, like the point you brought up, how hard they tried to get him in the first place.
They tapped him up.
11 games in, out the door.
Yeah, no thanks.
Not as if they're languishing in the bottom. They're 1 point off playoffs.
And it's early on. They still got
the championship
plenty to play.
You all know the championship. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And it takes a nice run of games, 5-6 games. They could be like second, maybe even top. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's mental, that league. And the fact they've got rid of him, I think it's ridiculous. So yeah. Him and Watford Football Club are my losers of the week.
Good shout.
Good shout.
Like I said, England related. I've kept it. I've gone for sort of an obvious one, but I've said Southgate really for me loser of the week, because up until the last few days, he was the man, wasn't he? Like we said, the World Cup got to a semi, Euros got us to a final. I just think the last few days he's essentially we all said it, but we all know he's going to be out of a job after the World Cup, and I just think. For him, it's been a shocker. It's been a shocking week, and he's come out and backed Maguire and played 2 horrible 90 minutes. Really, I know we did okay in the last half hour yesterday, but I just think Southgate really he's going into the World Cup knowing that he's going to be out of a job at the end of it. So, for me, Southgate sadly is loser of the week.
No, I think there's some good answers. I've got that Watford on a lot.
Yeah, the Rob Edwards was very good.
And Garms, and shout out Garms on Twitter.
Oh yeah, the left
shout
foot,
out Garms,
the wand.
Tag him in, get him a little, get him on the pod.
Yeah, to be fair, he might have a
what's his team he plays for? Is it Essex or London?
He's up from up north. He on a Saturday he plays someone half decent, I think, but on a Sunday he plays for a really good.
Charity.
I think his friend's son has got Down syndrome.
Yeah, I saw him on.
They're called like I think they're actually called something like FC Down syndrome awareness or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's obviously for a great cause, and
I think his 5-a-side or 6-a-side is called.
So.
He's called like Sting BFC or something.
Yeah.
So. He's obviously the Sting. So.
Shout out Garms.
Yeah, he's
Let's
a
get
baller.
him on the pod.
He might have a chance. Yeah, he's better off, I think, than some of the others. But no, very good. We'll finish off on your teaser.
So, if any listeners want to pause it right now before you get the spoilers, which 4 players have played for both Manchester United and Manchester City in the Premier League?
I'll say my first one and let Harry go. For me, the obvious one that first came here was Tevez, Carlos Tevez.
Correct.
Yep.
And then Harry, if you want to go through whoever you think,
I managed to get a couple, I think. The one I haven't said yet.
Do you reckon you've got it?
I think I might have thought about it because when
we might have
a toilet break.
You took your phone out there.
Did you use your work phone?
No.
It's actually your iPad in the toilet. If you want to.
Bit rogue.
Go for so don't say that one. Go for your 2.
So, Peter Schmeichel.
Yes.
Yep.
Andy Cole.
Yes.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna go over to Harry now and have a
No.
Do you want to say it on 3, 2, 1?
Okay, just a second name.
Second name. Okay.
Right, I'll count you down.
On 1 or go?
I'll go 3, 2, and on 1, you both go.
So 3, 2, 1.
On 1.
3,
3, 2,
go.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3, to
Hargreaves.
Oh, who did you say?
Gabriel Heinze.
Gabriel Heinze.
No.
Gabriel Heinze.
I can picture him in a blue kit.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
That's why we should have
Loser of the
colluded.
week. Loser of the week. Owen Hargreaves.
Owen
Hargreaves.
Obviously it's correct,
I thought you got it right, and I was like,
no.
I heard 2 H's, and I thought you didn't say what he said.
How can we both have the same different players?
I swear.
There's a H in it.
Malaga, I think he played. No, he went to Real Madrid. Maybe he went to Malaga
Picture
after.
him in maybe he's playing for
Gabriel Hargreaves.
New York. Yeah.
Owen Heinze.
The left back English centre midfielder.
I heard 2 H's, and I was like, you've said it right, but you didn't say
Owen
that.
Hargreaves.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Harry. Thanks for coming.
I mean, like I said, the important thing was Premier League, because there was a few other players that would have played in Division 1 and whatnot, but there was one for you diehard United fans out there. There's probably not many of you out there, because probably all started supporting you like 2003, 4.
You have a real vendetta against United.
Mate.
Like he has with West Ham.
Try and
we
get me
both have
started.
West Ham, yeah.
So, I don't know if either of you have ever heard of a man called Terry Cook.
No.
He played 6 games or 6 or 7 games for United in the Premier League, and then moved to Man City when they were shit, but they were only in Division 1.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Terry Cook, who's 47 years old and retired now.
Isn't there a player like Dennis Law as well?
Obviously the players obviously played outside the Premier League.
Yeah.
But
well done.
I thought I'd just keep it straight to the Premier League.
Up that ante there.
That's good. No, well done.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're in.
Another
Heinze is awful.
A bit of Owen Heinze weren't really.
He's a good player though. A mix would be a decent player.
Same hair.
Yeah.
I met actually Gabriel Heinze once.
Owen Heinze was alright. He talks to you
in a
languages.
hotel in
Such a random player. How are we talking about Gabriel Heinze?
left back, wasn't he? That's who Ever replaced.
Yeah, he's good player, wasn't he?
Yeah, Argentinian, wasn't he? Yeah.
Very
injury prone.
On that note, I think we'll round it up.
I'll let you sign this one off.
No. My head's gone.
Before we do go, I'd like to say thanks for Harry for coming down.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you
for producing the Mouse.
Oh yeah, we'll do a little review.
One of my favourite beers, because it is quite strong, and it's a lovely Madrid lager.
Yes.
I think you've upped the ante, to be fair. They turned up cold.
Freddie, they've turned on you, Freddie.
Although Freddie did start with
a size very nice, and I've changed my rating. I've gone for a 4.2 for Freddie, and Tate was yours a 4.
Oh, I was a 4, yeah.
Solid 4. I think Harry's Mahoo. He might just pip Freddie's. I reckon a 4.3.
Yeah, I'll equal that.
4.3.
I'll equal that.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
is that an 8.6 overall?
Yeah, 8.6 out of 10. That's
quick
pretty
maths.
Yeah,
that's a good effort. 4.3.
And they were cold, Freddie.
Yeah,
and they were cold. They turned up cold. Although the second one wasn't cold because Jack left them out.
I don't know if he picked up, but the fridge door started creaking. I was like, well, get me out of here quick. So, yeah, I think I've had a bit of a stinking this week, to be honest. So, if you listen, great. But yeah, don't worry, I won't be back on next week.
Anyway, thank you again. Keep retweeting, reposting, putting your 5 stars on. All means we get more traction and whatnot. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll see you again. Will Jack be in a full kit next week?
Yeah, hopefully I'm in a.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully I'm marching a red Danish kit, Højbjerg on the back. But yeah, stay loyal.
Stay loyal.